Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in the small village of Mvezo, Eastern Cape, South Africa. His father, Gadla Henry Mfakani, was a local chief and advisor to the Thembu king, while his mother, Nosekeni Fanny, was the third of his father's 4 wives. From his earliest days, Nelson absorbed the customs, traditions, and responsibilities of leadership, learning the importance of community, respect, and duty. As a child, Mandela was curious, energetic, and deeply observant. He listened intently to the elders' stories of Thembu history and bravery. His father's death when he was 9 left a profound mark on him, yet it also opened doors to a new phase of education. Mandela was sent to live with the Thembu regent, Janjantaba Dalindibo, receiving a formal education alongside royal children. There he learned not only arithmetic and reading but also the art of diplomacy, leadership, and strategic thinking. Mandela attended a Methodist school, where a teacher gave him the English name Nelson, a small yet symbolic marker of the path that would take him between the worlds of traditional African life and Western education. Even in childhood, Mandela's sense of justice was keen. He empathized with the struggles of those around him and dreamed of a world where people could live freely and with dignity. Young Mandela, thinking to himself, under a tree one day, "I will see beyond this village. I will fight for fairness. I will make a difference. I will not let my people suffer in silence." Education and Political Awakening, 1930s, 1940s. Mandela's formal education continued at the University of Fort Hare, the premier institution for Black South Africans at the time. At Fort Hare, Mandela encountered a diverse group of students from different tribes and regions, exposing him to ideas about leadership, justice, and African unity. Here, he also participated in student protests, challenging policies he saw as unjust. After leaving Fort Hare, Mandela moved to Johannesburg, a city marked by racial inequality, poverty, and labor exploitation. He worked as a law clerk while studying law at the University of Witwatersrand. In Johannesburg, Mandela witnessed firsthand the oppression and hardships imposed by apartheid laws. Segregation, economic inequality, and the systematic suppression of Black South Africans fueled his determination to seek change. In 1944, Mandela joined the African National Congress, ANC, helping to form the ANC Youth League. The League encouraged young leaders to embrace activism and challenge apartheid policies directly. Mandela became known for his intelligence, passion, and ability to unite people behind a cause. Mandela, addressing ANC colleagues, "We cannot remain silent. Our people are suffering. We must organize, protest, and demand equality. But we must never lose our humanity. Justice without compassion is empty, and freedom without responsibility is meaningless." Fighting apartheid and imprisonment, 1950s, 1960s. As apartheid intensified, Mandela became a central figure in the struggle. He led campaigns of civil disobedience, boycotts, strikes, and protests. The government responded with arrests, violence, and suppression. In 1960, the Sharpeville massacre shocked the world. Police opened fire on unarmed protesters, killing 69 people. Mandela realized that non-violent resistance alone might not end apartheid. In response, he co-founded Umkhonto we Sizwe, the armed wing of the ANC, committing to sabotage against government facilities but carefully avoiding civilian casualties. The government arrested Mandela in 1962. He was sentenced to life imprisonment during the Rivonia trial in 1964, accused of sabotage and conspiracy against the state. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, most of it on Robben Island, a place notorious for harsh labor, poor nutrition, and extreme isolation. Prisoners were forced to break rocks in quarries under the hot sun, stripped of dignity, and cut off from their families. Yet Mandela's resolve never wavered. He remained a symbol of hope for millions, writing letters, mentoring younger prisoners, and planning for the future of his country. Mandela, writing in prison, voiceover even in confinement, "My spirit is free. I am not alone, for my people's struggle lives through me."
I will endure, for freedom is worth every hardship.
Release and Presidency, 1990 to 1999. On February 11, 1990, Nelson Mandela walked free from Victor Verster prison after 27 years. South Africa stood on the edge of chaos. Racial tensions ran high, and the country risked civil war. Mandela's leadership emphasized reconciliation, dialogue, and healing. He met with government officials, opposition leaders, and international figures to negotiate the end of apartheid peacefully. In 1994, Mandela became South Africa's first black president. His presidency was marked by efforts to build a unified nation. He championed the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which allowed victims and perpetrators of apartheid-era crimes to confront the past, seek forgiveness, and heal. Mandela famously wore the jersey of the national rugby team during the 1995 Rugby World Cup, a symbolic gesture of unity across racial lines. Mandela, addressing the nation from the podium, "We have triumphed over injustice not with hatred, but with courage and compassion. Our future depends on forgiveness, equality, and unity. Together, we will build a better South Africa for every citizen, no matter their color or origin." Later life and global influence, 2000 to 2013. After leaving office, Mandela championed peace, education, and human rights. He fought HIV/AIDS, mentored youth, and promoted equality worldwide. He passed away on December 5, 2013, at 95, leaving a legacy of courage, forgiveness, and freedom.